Welcome back. While farmers in KwaZulu-Natal have lost crops worth millions of rands due to heavy rainfall and hail, a storm hit most of the province at the end of last month. The South African Farmers Development Association fears this could lead to food price hikes. The association's chairperson, Siyabonga Madlala, joins me now for this discussion. Siyabonga, thank you very much for your time this morning. Can you just speak to us exactly what impact that these rains have had in terms of just farming as well as the subsequent crop that is available in the country?
Good morning, Faith. Thanks for having me here, and greetings to South Africans and Safdarians at large. It is a difficult one, Faith, because it's always better to have a rain problem than to not have rain at all. But indeed, we've lost quite a significant produce. Some of it due to the hail. Some of our vegetables have been damaged, and we can't even supply the market because it doesn't meet the standards of the market. We've also lost some avocados, which have actually been pulled down by the hail. And then the sugarcane infrastructure was badly damaged. Some of our compounds have been blown away. Our houses have been blown away, and also the fertilizers we had put, and imagine the fertilizer price has almost doubled now. So the fertilizer has been washed away. So we're going to have to again top up the fertilizer. Some of the farmers would have to go again and put up herbicides again because all of that has been washed away. So it will definitely impact badly on prices.
Yeah, I mean, when we're speaking that prices will be badly impacted, just how bad is bad?
Faith, one is still assessing how bad the damage has been even right now. I must tell you, we've been hit with many cost increases. If you look at the diesel price, it's gone up. We're expecting price hikes anyway because of just the diesel. But if you look at all the inputs, your fertilizer has just doubled. Your herbicides has almost doubled as well. Some of which we used to buy cheap. I mean, they're now buying double the price in terms of your Roundup. But you can see that it's a pandemic. I'd say it's a crisis for the country and for the farmers.
Siyabonga, when you're saying that it is a crisis for the country as well as the farmers, could we find ourselves in a situation if these torrential rains and the weather condition does not somehow ease? Are we going to find ourselves where you as farmers are going to struggle to give us food supply? And when you struggle to give us food supply, at what point should we as a country be concerned about how much food we can possibly get?
Faith, it's not, I wouldn't want to cause a scare out there. It's not as devastating as I was saying earlier on, that it's better to have a rain crisis than to have a drought crisis. Because in the drought, it really just, there's nothing you can do. But farmers have somehow mastered an art of surviving through the storms, because it's a better crisis to have. So, rain somehow brings about a bounty crop. But in this instance, obviously, there will be farmers that won't have, the crop as expected. But I'm saying the sad part is that there's another contributing factors like your hike in inputs, which happened before even this. And there's an unrest also. We're still surviving from an unrest hangover. So it's kind of many attacking fronts that have actually hit us. But there'll still be enough, I think, from where I'm sitting. I'm not yet in a panic mode to say there won't be enough supply. But what is actually happening is that it's costing us more to actually keep it going, because we need to put more inputs now, which have doubled in price anyway, before even these hailstorms.
Is there any way, Siyabonga, when you speak about that, is there any way to be able to give some kind of assistance to the value chain before it gets to the end user being us as the consumer, so that we don't find ourselves having to pay, let's say, double or triple the price of an item that would have cost an X amount? Because as you're speaking about how the cost of supply will be much more increased, which means that for us, the cost of purchase may be double or triple the price. And I wonder how many South Africans at this moment in time can buy food at the prices that we have right now, never mind the incurred expenses as a result of the weather.
Just like I was saying, so that we don't cause a panic, I don't see a doubling in price of food. There has been a doubling in price of the inputs, but I wouldn't necessarily translate it to a doubling in price of food. But like you're saying, we've always relied on government to actually come up with some some form of relief. We've seen government, though the wheels turn slow, but they've come up with some relief fund for the unrest situation, wherein we've seen government come up with some grants to actually assist our farmers. We are still writing up to our government to actually ask for further grants or support to assist the farmers in this instance. So I wouldn't want to cause a panic right now until we assess the situation fully and we really bring in informed comments on the matter. But right now, what I'm seeing is farmers just surviving that. I mean, I just saw even yesterday, it says that the rain keeps coming. You want to fix things, but the rain keeps coming. I mean, it washed away some of the irrigation pumps in Mpumalanga. Also, even in Glendale, we saw it washed away some irrigation pumps, which is what would cost the farmer even more. But those are capital projects that would require government's intervention to actually give the farmer some relief. But I wouldn't want to cause a panic right now to a consumer out there.
Well, I'm glad that we're not panicking at the moment in time. But what we have to do as South Africans is be prepared to pay a higher price for food. Maybe not necessarily double, but we are going to be paying more than what we are usually paying for. Siyabonga, we'll leave it there for this morning. Thank you very much for your time. Siyabonga Madlala is from the South African Farmers Development Association.